keeping you connected to our community. 11 Connects.
Welcome, thank you for joining us today. I'm your host, Jessica McLean, and we have Dana Shield here today. She is the Public Communications Specialist for Colorado Springs Airport. Dana, great to have you here. Welcome.
Thank you, I'm happy to be here.
Wonderful. So the holidays are right around the corner and everything can get a little hectic and chaotic, but what can you tell travelers, what kind of tips can you give them with protocol and what to expect when traveling through Colorado Springs Airport?
Sure, as Colorado Springs Airport, we like to say we're Colorado's small airport, which means small walks. It's only about 600 steps from the long-term parking lot to the TSA checkpoint, which is a very small walk.
Yeah.
And small wait, small lines. Our TSA checkpoint average wait time is about 7 minutes, which is on average really short. Of course, we still recommend arriving at least 90 minutes before you depart. Those checkpoint times do fluctuate. And even though we're small, we do offer really big things like big customer service. We're big on friendliness, and we also have really big options. We have great nonstop destinations and amazing connection options.
Which is perfect because if you're traveling with small children, you want that easy accessibility to be able to get through the checkpoints and to the gate. Now, let's talk about a little bit of the COVID protocol. Are there any specific protocol measures for people to kind of be aware ahead of time, or what do you see coming up in the next couple of months for travel?
Sure. If you have fall or seasonal travel coming up, one of the biggest pieces to remember is there's still a federal mask mandate in place. So be sure to bring your mask. It is required all throughout the airport and as well on the aircraft. So that is number one. It is required by federal law to wear your mask in the airport and on aircraft. So don't forget your mask when you're traveling. Also, I think it's important, which is where the small airport benefit comes in. We have the ability to space out in our terminal. You don't have to ride a train to get to your gate. It's not very big, which means you're able to spread out a little bit because there are far less people than you would see at like an international airport. So that's one of those benefits of the small airport. And of course, we have an amazing staff that really take care of our travelers. So we have amazing cleaning protocol that have been in place since well before COVID. And what's great is we are a GBAC, which is a global biorisk accreditation for how high our cleaning standards are. So we've received a special accreditation for how clean we've kept the airport. So not only are there obviously protocols in place for what the traveler needs to do, you guys have to know that we as an airport are taking care of all of our travelers and our employees, of course.
Definitely. And what about restaurants and little places open for someone passing through to grab a bite to eat? Is there any specific options for them, or are they open fully back up?
All of our concessionaires are open. We do have some abbreviated hours, but in general, everything is back to where it was. We have normal hours. All of our concessionaires are open, so we do have great restaurants, pre and post security. Awesome shops, so if you need to pick up a magazine or a neck pillow for your trip, or stop and get a bite to eat prior, because you might have some extra time if you get there early.
Yeah.
We have great options. So yeah, everything really is open and available for our travelers. I think it's just important to keep in mind what's going on. Make sure you keep your mask on at all times. Of course, when you're eating, you're able to pull it down as you eat, and give everyone their space, and just make sure you're aware of everything that's going on. But in general, yeah, everything's available.
I love it. That's wonderful. Well, there you have it. Travel tips for this season and the holidays coming up. Thank you so much for joining us today. Dana, it's always great to see you.
Thank you.